Right, so hello everybody. I hope you're all safe and I hope you are all well. You join me inside my garage where unfortunately a few days ago the worst thing in the world happened. And that was that Kermit, my ZZR1400 here, hit the deck. He decided he wanted a bit of a lie down, tired of carrying me around, and just, yeah, that was it, fell. The full story of it is that it was on its paddock stand. I was doing some routine maintenance and I went to walk behind the bike to get something out of a bag, and as I've done that, just being clumsy really, I've nudged it ever so slightly, just the back of the bike. For anybody who doesn't know lengths and weights and everything of a ZZR, I think it was all just to do with weight distribution. I think I just suddenly put a lot of weight forward. Obviously myself not being the smallest guy in the world, so maybe I just sent the momentum and everything on its way. I managed to catch my foot and not land. Sort of heard the bike go forward, heard the back of the paddock stand rise up and smack the number plate, thankfully. That's when I sort of turned around and saw that the bike was now sort of stood perfectly upright but with no support. And at that point, it's just picking a side. I did actually have my side stand down on the left, so it would have been nice if it had fallen onto that, but because momentum was going forward, I'm not even too sure if maybe that would have worked, because if it had hit the side stand, maybe because it was going forward, the side stand would have come up and then it would have fallen to the left. The left is a brick wall, so kind of happy it didn't do that. The right's also a brick wall, but it's quite far away. So it fell to the right, and there is some damage, some unfortunate damage, which I'll give you a closer look at in a minute. But yeah, gutted, heartbroken. So here is Kermit. Let's take a closer look to see what I've broken. So you can just about see it there. There's a tiny crack between where the bolt would go and I suppose where it would meet with the screen. Yep, that's a tiny little crack, nothing too bad. Not as bad as the one that we have up here. I'm sure you're just about starting to see just how nasty that is. That goes all the way under the mirror, near enough. Yeah, I don't really know how far it goes, but yeah, from that angle you can see it's a nasty crack. I think it has something to do with the screen and where the screen was sitting, because as you can see from my side fairings, there's no damage. The crash bung here, which doesn't actually have a cap on it at the moment, that was before, so don't worry about that. That seemed to take most of the brunt from hitting the floor. There's actually no scuff marks on that, but that might be because there's carpet down here. The only other side bit of bodywork that took any damage was the oil belly pan. As you can see there, it's got a few scratches, and then what I assume is a bit of colouring from this little plastic sort of storage container. And I think this is also the reason why there's a crack in the fairing, and because as it landed, so I should read it further back, as it landed, yeah, the screen was pressed up against here. So the bike hadn't made contact with any of the rest of it, hence why the fuel tank's okay, hence why the rear the seat cow's okay, because the screen seemed to take most of the impact. And then that's what put pressure on, I imagine, the front fairing, which is really unfortunate. As for the screen itself, there's no cracks, there's no snaps, but you can just see there a stress mark. That was obviously from when it was pressed up against the storage container, because it sticks out quite a fair bit. This is the MRA screen for the ZZR, so I imagine that's what was taking all the pressure. At some point that pressure's been transferred through the screen and probably onto the next stress point, which would probably be where these mirrors connect. So it all makes sense, it all does make sense, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that screen. I'm not happy with that. Yeah, it just looks ugly now, and it's visible. Maybe not, if you move it there sort of in the light, not so much, but I'll forever know it's there, so I'm gonna have to do something about it. So all cosmetic damage until we get to up here. Yes, that is the brake fluid hose, covered up by a microfiber, and for good reason. The brake fluid reservoir is over here. Now, you might be wondering why there's no plastic pipe coming out the end of that to go into the hose. Well, that's because that must have made contact with this edge, because it was just clean off. It was absolutely snapped clean. It's such a clean snap. And underneath the microfiber is the remainder of the plastic that was going inside the hose. So that makes the bike unrideable for now, unfortunately. Otherwise it would have just been a case of, you know, ride to a body shop or take the panels off, you know, and not worry about it. You know, the bike could be rode if it needed to be. But yeah, it's not going to happen. I have ordered already a brand new brake fluid reservoir. Wasn't a lot of money, but I suppose while it's off, yeah, we'll have to bleed the brakes and all that. So to summarise, I'm not happy. I'm really annoyed at myself, gutted actually in many ways, because the bike is such a clean example of a Gen 1 ZZR. Previous owner's done so well looking after it, and I can't help but feel like I've let the bike down and let him down and all that. But repairs and arrangements are already underway. This panel's going to come off, the belly pan, oil belly pan's going to come off. They're going to go to a body shop nearby who has said it's fixable, which is remarkable, because I did not think this front fairing would be fixable. And trying to get hold of these is quite hard, and well, in that colour especially, and the condition of it. You can get obviously unpainted ones, but then I'm faffing around paint matching, and it will always look newer than the rest of the green. But yeah, we'll see what what comes of that. As I said earlier, a new brake fluid reservoir has been ordered, so that'll be fine, and then, you know, flush it out while we're there. The screen is also going to the body shop because they've said they'll have a look at it. I don't know, maybe tinting, maybe wrapping. I'm not really too sure what they're going to do, but I'm quite open-minded just to get the bike put back together. But yeah, gutted, absolutely gutted. It's been a crap week after mine and Red's trip up north to Skipton for the steam train Queen Victoria Golden Jubilee carriage experience. It's been absolutely crap, so this just topped it off, unfortunately. But we'll get it back, you know, we'll repair it. Hopefully in the meantime, well, I hope to not be off the road too long, but in the meantime, I hope to find a way to still get out on some bikes and someone's bike and all that. Hopefully I can still record some motovlogs and keep uploading for you guys. But yeah, that's the bike. Really sorry, because I know everyone else will be just as gutted as I am, and I am truly heartbroken. Ask Red, because Red came round to help me pick it up off the floor. I was distraught. As it fell, I tried to catch it, and all I did was hurt my hand in the process. So yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't good. And yeah, I just can't wait to, hopefully, fingers crossed, see it repaired and back to its former glory. Oh, and before I go, Blue Hippo Moto sent me a photo the other day over on Instagram of a ZZR1400 for sale up north where he is, and on the front screen of that, it's got Kermit. The bike is named Kermit. Now, I'm not happy with that because I like individuality, so I am posing this forward to you guys. Can we consider renaming the ZZR1400? You know, can we? I know everybody voted for Kermit. Well, not everybody. I know Kermit won the votes, and I know people have stuck with it. I never liked it anyway. I hate the name Kermit for this beast, but you know, the photo should either be on screen or it should have been on screen already. Tell me what you think. Tell me whether you think we need to have a unique name for this. I'm sure I'm going to get loads of jokes about it falling onto the floor. So yeah, I'm open-minded, but yeah, let's think about a rebrand. Let's think about a rename, all that stuff. Okay, right. I'm not going to yabber on anymore. Leave your comments down below. Tell me how much of an idiot I am. Tell me name suggestions, all that good stuff. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Head over to Instagram @TheRhythmicBiker. And until the next time, cheers.